Good afternoon, everybody. Just diving into a Bitcoin update. Today, I am going to be correlating the price action with an indicator called the RSI. Now, it is a lagging indicator, okay, but I'm looking back from 2011, where Bitcoin, this is the monthly time frame from Bitcoin's inception, okay, and where it's been going, where it's been heading. And I'm going to use some correlation between that and the RSI and have a look at what's going on. So you can see here in the RSI, this blue line is the strength index of Bitcoin, okay? And this yellow line is the RSI moving average. Okay, so the moving average of the RSI over time. Now, looking into this here, you can see straight away, okay, from Bitcoin's inception, it had a massive bull run, right? And it had a peak in 2013 at a price of around $1,191. Okay, and that was a bull market cycle top. And you can see in the RSI here that the peak was overbought. So when you get above this line here and you're in this area, you're overbought. When you're below this line here, for instance, you're oversold. Okay. Now looking at Bitcoin's price trajectory, we can see here that this indicated a top. So from that, okay, we had a bear market, okay, and we found a low down here in the RSI, okay. We had a def cross with the moving average and the price, and that showed us when we're under this yellow line, we are in a bear market, okay. Now when we got above the moving average and formed a bullish cross and got above it, that indicated that we was resuming the bull run. And now you can see here from 2016 low, the blue line overtook the yellow line in the RSI, and we came up and formed another bull cycle top in 2018, where we're in the overbought area. Just like we was here in the peak in the RSI, we're here again in the peak in the next bull market cycle top in 2018. Now from there, again, we had a bear market, sorry. You can see we formed a def cross, just like we did here, formed a def cross, fell under, this blue line fell under the yellow, okay? So the RSI fell under the moving average, and we came down, and until we formed the bullish crossover, the moving average again, that point indicated that we was at a bear market low, okay? And Bitcoin started to come up, and this point, this was quite tricky. This was a black swan event where we had COVID. We came back to the 55 here on the chart. Technically, Bitcoin has always came back to this red 55 EMA for support during a bear market, bounced off that, come up, bounced off that, and you resume the bull. So you can see from here, again, you got above, you formed a bullish cross, and then you resumed the bull market. And here we came up and we made another peak. Now, this is what's kind of concerning, and why I think recently, well, I say recently, within the past year, if I'd have known and looked at this a lot more, just from these two correlations, I'm going to clear this off quickly. So you can see, again, I'm going to mark that bull market top, okay? Bull market top, bear market low, bear market low. Bear market low, bear market low, okay? Now, you can see that potentially, when you form this def cross, where the moving average, the RSI goes under the moving average, just like here, this is where the start of the bear market actually enters, okay? The capitulation sort of phase, because you can see once we lost and closed the bear cross, that is where the capitulation happened. Where the bear cross happened, come down again, that's where the capitulation happened for Bitcoin, and we had the bear market. Now, again, have we done the same here, where we've had the def cross, and this so far is our bear market? This is a peak, and we're in the bear market. Okay, we are in the bear market. That's what I'm looking at, and I'm trying to find out potentially where in the RSI. Sorry, where's it gone? Yeah, in the RSI, where is our low? Where is our low? So basically from that def cross in May 2021, in May, okay, that is where we've been inside this bear market structure, okay, and potentially forming a descending triangle, just like we did in previous bear markets, descending triangle, okay. And after each descending triangle, at the top of each bull market was lost, okay, we capitulated a further 50% each time. Now, say for example, if that is the case for Bitcoin now, I think first what we might see is some sort of potential relief rally before we actually start to fall. So you've come up in this descending triangle. Potentially, right now we're landing on support. We might have another relief rally up to the low 40Ks and then come into a capitulation where technically this red line here, this 55 EMA, is where support is found. Okay, so you can see, as I said, in previous bear markets, this red 55 EMA is where Bitcoin tends, if there was data here, tends to come down to and then bounce, okay? And here even again, it lost it, had a nasty wick, but it didn't close below the 55, bounce. And now we've held the 20, and now we're closing below the 20, this yellow. So that indicates we're coming down to this red 55, okay? Now, one more pattern I wanted to show you, just going back to, I'm going to get off the RSI now because I kind of explained that to you guys. Potentially, we are in this sort of structure where we're forming some sort of low in the RSI. Because you can see here, look, once you're down in the RSI, okay, and you start to come out and get above it and hold it again, that's where price action remains bullish, okay, and you go up in chart price. Now we're coming down. If we can get out and get above this, this is how we could potentially come down and start resuming of the bull, okay? So yeah, that's part of the RSI I wanted to get into with the correlation with Bitcoin. Now, just looking at, what was I going off before? Yeah, the EMAs, I think it was. So if Bitcoin was to come down to this 55, say, for example, in the next couple of months, you know, throughout the year, you're looking at a further 25% correction. Now, why I think that might play out, okay, now I'm going to get into some fibs here. I'm going to go to the weekly. Yeah, let's look at the weekly time frame, okay. Now, I'm going to get a fib on from this high here. We ran up to 48K, didn't we? So we was trying to get back up to this high, okay? So what happened basically is Bitcoin put the 69K in, it came down, found support, it started retracing up to this high, but it created a lower high and got rejected at 48K. So that's a lower high than this high, okay? That's depleting buying pressure. From that, we started to come back down again, right? Now, so from that 48K, which is currently where we put in that lower high, from that 48K retracing down to this 32K low, you can see right now for Bitcoin that we are currently falling below this wick area. So that already is a bad sign. Currently speaking, right now we are sitting at 32.8K. You know, these are very, very dangerous levels. And I'm going to show you targets potentially for where Bitcoin could be falling to. So if I just bring this across a little bit, keeping it at a 48K high, you can see that the technical targets moving forward from here for Bitcoin for me are 20. If 32K is closed, if we close below it this week, then I'm looking at these targets here, okay? These targets here. Now, what's giving some confidence is the 1414 or the 1618, sorry, which is at 26K, okay? 26K, I think it is. Let me get this bang on. Now, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin from this retracement, okay, because right now what happened is you come up, you created the lower high, you were retracing down to this low, and now we're sitting currently on that low. So this is a very, very important part or play for Bitcoin right now. Very important decision. If we do start to come down and hit our heads on this 33K area, you know, I'm potentially looking at 29K, which is around these sort of wick areas as a retest of support, and that 1272 could act as a good relief bounce there, where we could potentially come up, who knows, to the 0618 at 38K, and then start again depleting and retracing again. And that for me would indicate your sort of bear market structure where you're forming lower highs and depleting buying pressure before you capitulate down to the 55 on the monthly. Okay, if we look at the monthly time frame, you can see roughly that if the EMA, if the 55 was to start slowly just creeping up, we could potentially come down, bounce between these EMAs, and then capitulate to the 1618 area where the 55 sits at 26K. And that is roughly potentially where the 55 EMA could be sitting at the time. Bitcoin, as I said, always comes down to the 55 to retest for support within a bear market. Bounced off the 55, bounced off the 55. Okay, are we coming down to this 55 area now at 26K? That's my potential thoughts and plays for Bitcoin. 26K, bang on 26K. So yeah, you know, until proven otherwise, who knows what's going on. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Bitcoin, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like this content, one more thing that let me point out to you guys as well, sorry. If you look at the weekly, we could be in this wave 1, wave 2, this could be a wave 3, wave 4 relief rally up to the monthly 20, and then a wave 5 capitulation down to the 55 EMA. And again, that sits around 26K. And also, again, this is very rough, Elliott wave 3. That would be a potential A, B, C correction, okay? A massive A, B, C correction. In some sort of sense, that happens in bears as well, because you had an A, a B, a C, a regular ABC. Here you have your A, and then you create your lower highs, your ABC, and then Again, looking back here at this bear market correction, A, B, C. Okay, so these are typical sort of patterns that play out within bear market structure. Okay, waves within waves. But yeah, a long video, guys. Sorry to drag it on. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, from China TA. Peace out.